So today we're going to be removing the dashboard, among other things. I'm stripping the interior completely so that I can go ahead and wire brush everything, get the interior completely finished off, and replace the floor pans while I'm in here. But this video is going to be concentrating on the dashboard and the dash pad. So the first step was the dash pad. There were my wife did this, so you'll have to bear with me. I'm going off of what I remember her saying. There's a screw here, and I think 2 in the glove box over there. And then the dash pad lifts up, pulls out, you unplug. I had 2 speakers. Some cars only have 1 speaker in the center. And then I had the automatic climate control sensor right here. I don't know what that sensor was, but I guess I unplugged it. That may have gone to something else. It was a while ago, sorry. And it looks like there was also the photovoltaic sensor for the lights. Then I had to take out the steering column. And to do that, you take out the steering coupling from the outside. Also take off the hardware that holds the steering column to the firewall and the little shifter linkage adapter. Once that's all out, you go up underneath here, and there are 4 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4. And those are just 1/2 inch. And then there's 2, well, mine had 3 plugs, and then there was a vacuum plug on it as well. You can see those dangling down in the bottom here. A bunch of them are those half circular connectors. Looks like whatever that vacuum piece was fell apart as soon as I unplugged it, so I'm gonna have to figure out what that was and fix it or replace it. I'm trying to get rid of a lot of the vacuum stuff, so I'm not sure if I'm gonna replace that or not. So anyways, once you get all that done, the steering column just pulls straight out, and then you can carry it out. So now I asked my wife to come out and give me a hand removing this dashboard, and I don't know exactly where all the screws are, so hopefully we can locate them all and I can point them out in the video. Alright, so do you see if that glove box can come out?
You unscrew these, it might. These screws right here hold the hinges attached to. Maybe. You might be able to lift it up.
Or is it?
I can't tell if there's anything in there because I can't see.
Well, I don't know if there's anything underneath it holding the dashboard in anyways. So I'm just gonna go after what I see here. And there's one here. There's several underneath here, straight back from the steering column. And there's a shim. So there's one screw that's further towards the back of the car, and there's body shims behind it. So there was 1, 2, 3, 4 screws from some metal brackets to the firewall. No, not that one. There's a silver one. It's gray in color, I should say. It's back behind it a little bit further. I have to peek up and look at it. It's behind this. It's down here. Oh, you already found it. Why don't you say something?
Okay.
So there's 2 screws here and 2 screws there. Alright, so we had one of those 2 green striped.
Yeah.
Okay, 2 green striped for that vacuum. I've got a whole vacuum manifold over here for the HVAC switches. I've got a big old plug for the HVAC switch with 2 brown wires and an orange. That's the antenna. Where was that going?
In this little silver box.
Oh, okay, that is just the whole radio then. I thought that... I don't know what this is. This whole thing right here. With all the fins on it, with all the heat sinks.
This connects to this.
Oh, I wonder if...
This.
Oh, it does. So that's an amplifier. That's an amplifier for the stereo then.
And got this is connected. These wires.
Boy, look at this. Got rot through in that one spot.
I got wires connecting. Okay. Unplug them.
So then I've got a... Oh, this is the whole switch.
Ha! I did it.
Oh, that's the ignition switch.
This I unplugged.
The ignition switch is a giant plug. I don't know how it latches in there. And the dashboard is this plug. Or do I even need to unplug that? Because most of this is coming out with us. Alright, so then I've got one plug over here for, what was this? This was rear defrost. Rear defrost switch was a 2-wire plug with a black and yellow wire on it. And then this one's going up to, so this all looks like, this one looks like cruise control. There's an inline fuse way up underneath there on another plug, which that's, almost wondering if that's something that aftermarket was added. These all look like parts of the cruise control or Sentinel system. Single white wire with a green stripe going to a green wire. I don't know what that is for.
It would be fun rewiring it. Just start from scratch.
think a lot of this is going to be started from scratch. This fuse box has to go though. Holy smokes, that thing's rusted up.
You're going to put your brakes on, your blinkers are going to start going. You're going to turn the radio on, and your four-way flashers are going to start going.
There you go. But the wiring's all routed funny right here, up and around that brake switch, making it fun to get to. Okay, there's a big old plug right here. A little plug right here. Brown, it's a single brown wire. So that's the interface to the in-car wiring. So that goes all the way back to all the power seat back here and rear defrost. That's what all that goes to. That's probably why there's this single wire there. It's for an option. Alright, so you can see we have it out. And this is my first look behind the dashboard. I've got a bunch of vacuum lines that are all going to come out, because those are for the power door locks and such. I don't know what this switch is. If you guys know what this is, I'm not sure what it is. But if you guys know what it is, it's located above the emergency brake pedal. Let me know. I'm curious about that one. Got not too bad of rust underneath here. It looks like it's just in the center. And here's the section right there that needs to be patched up. So that'll have to happen once I get it back into the garage, because I'm going to have to pull the windshield and everything to get into there. But I've got a few things in here to strip out, just to get it bald enough to where I can comfortably do the floor panels. And I want to go ahead and solidify the firewall area. You know, there's some iffy spots up in here. So we'll go ahead and get all that solidified. I'll pull off this bracket here, get it all set, and then we'll be ready to start putting things back together. All right, y'all, take it easy.